Hi, welcome to Freezer Birds. As always, I'm your host Greg, the frozen food master, and you're joining me as I eat my way through the freezer aisle one box at a time. Today, I'm reviewing this. It is the Mrs. T's potato and cheddar pierogies, $3.69 a box. These babies are low in fat, full of starch, yummy, easy to cook in the microwave. We're going to put this to the test, see how it looks coming out of the box. We're going to see how it smells after I cook it in the microwave, and then most importantly, I'm going to get this in my mouth and down into my belly. First thing you'll notice on this cover art there, we got some nice size pastas. In here, delicious whipped potatoes and cheddar cheese, gently folded in a pasta shell. Gently folded. We're not talking about something smashed together. We're not talking about raviolis that are pressed around the outside. These babies, gently, just gently folded. And it's a good thing too, because potatoes and cheddar cheese, it's very delicate materials. I kid, but you know what I mean. Gently folded. Home cooking in minutes, low in fat, contains 12 pierogies. Let's look at the cooking directions. A lot of different ways I can cook this. All one step. I can boil in 2 quarts of water, adding the frozen pierogies, and heat for 5 to 7 minutes until they float and drain. Float and then drain. Or, and what I'm going to do, I can put it in a microwave safe bowl, cover pierogies completely with water, loosely cover bowl with plastic wrap, microwave on high for 5 minutes, then drain. Or I could saute it, or I could bake it, I could deep fry it, I can grill it. There's many different ways you could do it. They give all these different solutions, right? Light lunch, simply saute it, quick and easy casserole, family favorites. We're talking a very versatile piece of pasta here, guys. And Mrs. T, I don't know. I know you're going to ask a question. I have no idea if there's any relation to Mr. T. I'm sure there was a Mr. T, but somehow I can't picture like someone busting the gold chains in the mohawk, gently folding pieces of pasta to make these Mrs. T's pierogies. Now, nutritional facts, like I said, low in fat. Per serving, and a serving is 3 pierogies, excuse me, 170 calories, 2.5 grams of fat. Now that is low in fat, only 4% of your daily value. 5 milligrams of cholesterol, 510 milligrams of sodium, 32 grams total carbs, 6 grams of protein. These aren't that bad for you. Now, I'm sure if you like add sauce and add pepperoni on top and stuff like that, it gets really bad for you really quick. But these really aren't that bad for you. Now, okay, interesting. Loose in the box. No separate bag. And sure enough, it's the name of the show, guys. See those crystals there? These babies are freezer burnt. They were not in my freezer for more than, I don't know, a week maybe. And these babies are freezer burnt. Let's see if this is going to affect the taste. Yeah, there they go. Let's talk about size. This is, let's see, maybe 2.5 inches tall, right? This is probably like an oval folded in half, right? Flat on this side, a little thicker in there. Again, there's whipped potatoes, whipped, W-H, whipped potatoes, and cheddar cheese. These are gently folded. These are still frozen solid. It's starting to defrost a little since I've taken the box out. So they're not, they're defrosting a little bit. Now, these things are not cooked yet. That's important to note. It's not like they were pre-cooked, flash frozen, and now we're just reheating. This pasta's not cooked. You can still feel the starch and stuff poking out of there. So, got my trusty bowl here. You know, thanks mom, 1970s Corningware. I'm going to drop all 12 of them into this bowl, fill it with water, add saran wrap, plastic wrap, until saran starts endorsing the show. It's just plastic wrap. Cover that, 5 minutes in the microwave. We're then going to drain it. When we come back, I'm going to show you how it looks after 5 minutes in the microwave. Hopefully that freezer burn action isn't going to jeopardize the taste. We're going to see how it smells. We're going to see, most importantly, how it tastes. So I've cooked this pot full of pierogies for the last 5 minutes. I've drained all the water, and I've taken one of them and I've put it here on my trusty plate. Once again, Mrs. T's whipped potato and cheddar pierogies. I'm not sure if it's related to Mr. T. Regardless, I'm going to give these a fair shake. Pierogies. These things are slippery buggers. I just want to let you know, they are super slippery. And you know, it's roughly the same size as how it was before I cooked it. However, look at that nice, consistent cook, right? This is a slippery piece of gently folded pasta. I'm super impressed that this cooked pretty perfectly in the microwave. The key is to cover it with water, every single bit of it with water. You know, kind of like loosely cover with plastic wrap on top. It steamed it. It cooked it all the way through. Well, I think it did. You know, by the looks of it, it cooked all the way through. I still have to taste it. I'm very impressed so far. Now, what it doesn't have, and one of the things I've noticed right away, if you look on the box, see how it's nice and golden brown? This is not golden brown, mainly because I didn't put this on a frying pan. I did not fry it. I did not saute it. I didn't grill it. I stuck it in the microwave. Doesn't mean it's not going to be good. Just means it's not going to look like that. So, smell. Smells like pasta. That's all it smells like. I don't smell anything from the inside, just pasta. Taste. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Look at it inside. See if I can get that in focus. It's pretty packed. It's packed like a large size ravioli. The pasta is not too thick, so it doesn't feel really starchy. The potato tastes very artificial. You know, it tastes like mashed potatoes you'd get at Old Country Buffet, or you know, mixed with cheese, of course. The potato and cheese are definitely mixed together. It's not like you can say, oh, I just bit into a piece of potato and look at all, you know, some of this cheese on the side. It's all one big unit. Pasty, not dry, but not watery either. Good consistency for inside pasta. What I like about it is, excuse me, these are gently folded. They're clearly machine folded. You can see actually the marks there. No structural breach, okay, on all of those. It's not like one busted open on the side. These all cooked perfect, and it's a decent size thing. Now, there are 12 of these in there. Serving size is 3. That serves 4. I could see on the box, you know, they're rocking it out with the bell peppers and some scallions there, or green onions, rocking it out that way. I think, you know, my preferred thing, drop some tomato sauce in there. You know, you got some leftover, maybe like a third of a jar of tomato sauce or leftover from the night before. Pour that on top. Maybe add some sausage, some meatballs, that type of stuff. Or you don't want to do the meat thing? We got potato and cheddar cheese, gently folded in pasta. Add some marinara on top. It's got a good thing. Now, you could probably even saute this in some olive oil and stuff like that. Whatever you want to do, what I'm saying is this little bugger, very versatile, very good, quality, very consistent. This is Mrs. T's potato and cheddar pierogies, $3.69 a box. I give this a 4-star, even despite that it was freezer burned, and despite that I thought it was going to be kind of like suspect because I put it in the microwave. Real consistent, and even though it was freezer burned, can't even tell. I mean, it wasn't severely freezer burned, but it was freezer burned enough that, you know, some other things put in the microwave just wouldn't be that good. This one, not bad at all. Mrs. T's, 4-star. As always, I'm your host Greg, the Frozen Food Master. This has been another episode of Freezer Burns, and I'll see you next time.